here with a couple of different options because this really just works so well with so many of the plants that you saw here today.
Totally.
Actually, most of the table is mostly plants that we saw here tonight
Yeah.
already, and it's going to
Exactly.
be perfect. This is called the Yellow Brick Road Creeping Jenny. Now, you're getting home 6 of these. It's $4.99 each. Your easy pay here is $9.99 for the next 3 months, under $30 to bring all of these home. It is a perennial, and what you're going to see when you plant these, from the first year to the second year, there's going to be some major growth.
Absolutely.
And it like doubles in size, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So what this Yellow Brick Road Creeping Jenny is, this is your living ground cover. This is your living mulch. This is the plant that's going to replace the need for your mulches. It's going to smother out your weeds. It's going to exactly. It's going to unite your garden bed together. It's incredibly easy to grow, and it has this bright yellow foliage that is so beautiful in your garden beds. You're going to want to plant this in front of all of your other perennials. That's why I have on the set, I brought out our Cheyenne Spirit Echinacea, which I don't think we've seen that one yet.
No, not yet. Coming up.
We have our Phlox.
I'm going in for another set. Amazing.
And then we have our Asclepias. Now, you can start to visualize what your garden can look like because this is how you're going to do it. At the front of your garden beds, or front of your borders, your perennial gardens, you're going to plant the ground cover at the front. Now remember, each collection is a 6-pack tray, 6 individually planted plants. Each one of these 6 plants is going to grow around 24 inches around.
Wow.
So this one plant is actually going to grow about the size of this, both of these together.
Like 12 feet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
From one collection. Now that might sound like a lot, 12 feet. But once you start actually getting them planted, Justin, you're going to recognize you want a whole heck of a lot more because they are going to reduce the need for your mulches. They're going to smother your weeds, and they're going to accent your other perennials beautifully.
Here, I think back to when I was in high school, and my great uncle Tom, he would have me come over and he would have me cut his yard. And I don't know, maybe I got paid like $25 every time that I went over there, something like that. I was there every week, once a week. I was there cutting the lawn. He had this big hill, and the big hill that he had technically grass there, but it was like
I know that technically grass.
It was dirt. Like every time that I would go up, but you had to go up because on the top there was grass up top. If he had this planted on that, I mean, when you think about it, he was paying me $25 a week for what? 4 months out of the year, 5 months out of the year.
That hill.
And don't get me wrong, I was grateful for the money and the job in high school to be able to do it. But if he had this, he didn't have to pay anybody. Because every single year, he was paying hundreds of dollars for that to be maintained.
Yeah.
And he was hiring a high school student, not a professional lawn care company to do it. By having this cover that ground,
that's a perfect spot.
It is a perfect spot.
It is, yeah, because these will grow in areas of the garden where grass won't grow. This is a true problem solver because these will, what I love about the Creeping Jenny compared to other ground covers that we offer, this is going to grow in the sun, it's going to grow in the shade. It's going to grow in dry soil, it's going to grow in wet soil. It'll grow in your rocky soils, your clay soils, your sandy soils. It's one of the most versatile ground covers around. That's what really makes it such a benefit to use. Now here you can see in this garden, there's a few planted in there. You can see where there's still some scraggly mulch there on the edges, but over time, this is going to creep and crawl and fill in all of those gaps. So you're not going to have any bare earth on in your garden beds at all. It's also wonderful in containers as the spiller. It's often used in the spiller, thriller, filler mixed containers as that spiller, as you can see right there.
You know, when you are bringing this at home, it's the perfect addition to things that you may have brought up and that you may have bought here in this show already. But it's also a great little thing to add into those little spaces that you look at and you think, well, I can't do a plant there because it's not big enough. Like I don't have enough space.
Exactly.
I look at
There's little
my
weird
garden.
corners.
Yes, exactly.
We all have them.
Nick yells at me every time that I buy a plant, although he did just tell me to get the lavender. But like when I go to buy something, I'll buy it and he's like, where are we putting that now? And then I am literally this summer, I'm like, don't you worry, Nick. I've got new plans for some new gardens that we're putting in.
I love it.
Because I've been so inspired by this show that we've done every Monday for the last several weeks. I literally just grabbed my phone this is not on my calendar again for my calendar goes out up until July right now, and I don't have this show again. I mean, your garden season ends in like a week.
You should come to our trial gardens out in Michigan.
I am dying
Talk
to
to your
see
bosses here at QVC.
All right, we're gonna make it happen.
See if they can send you out there this summer. Visit us.
I would
so
love
you can,
to.
You know, be really immersed, and you can see what we do to prepare for the garden season. While we're not here, we're not just hanging around. We're working hard to find you guys the best plants.
Well, that's such a good point. Like, you do have these trial gardens that are in Michigan that's open to public, right? Anybody can go to them in Michigan to go check them out. And then you get inspired and you get these ideas. And I hope that these shows that we've been presenting here for you have done that. I hope that you've been inspired to go ahead and do planting and do your gardening, because the whole Walline family, for generations, 27 years here at QVC, their job has been to make gardening easy for you.
Yeah.
I'm a customer. I'm a first-time buyer of these plants this year as I've presented these shows. I think the very first show I did, I literally walked off to get my phone in order to purchase something that was on the way of selling out. I had to make sure that I got it. And that I love that every morning now I'm going out and I'm like talking to my plants,
exactly.
looking at it.
You got the garden itch, and now your eyes are starting to look and observe your garden beds differently. And you start to look at it every day. You start to figure out, I need to fill that little corner. I need to fill out that little garden bed. I need to do this or that. And this is such an awesome plant that's going to fill in so many niches. And I know that you've been to my YouTube channel, Plant Vibrations with me, Devin. I have a great video all about Creeping Jenny. I show you all of the different areas in my garden here in Westchester, Pennsylvania that I use it in. So go check that out. I also have videos over so many of our plants. It's kind of like this extra resource that I started to create for you guys so that you would have a place to see visually where you can grow them. But the Creeping Jenny, each one of your 6 plants, they're going to grow around 24 inches around. Some of the best areas to plant them, because they are an incredibly winter hardy perennial. I love them with our Asclepias, our phlox, our Cheyenne Spirit Echinacea. This is a beautiful pollinator friendly garden, but it's also exceptionally easy and long lived when you include the Creeping Jenny as a living mulch in front of them.
My neighbor was the one who got Nick and I into gardening, and she took us to this center to be able to go pick up some things. And I was like, wait, but I don't know, how do I know what to do this and where do I put this? And she was like, you just play.
You just
throw it out and you play.
You just start going.
You throw it in, and so play with it. Put in those empty areas.
That's so true.
$9.99, free shipping and handling, M132117. Your Westchester garden's not open to the public, right?
Not yet. Maybe one day.
Would you say one day?
Well, I hope one day.
Yeah, maybe one day. For the time being, we head off to Michigan.